Hello truckers, welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We are sitting in our Volvo truck. It is time to go to bed because we got a journey to go here. We're on our way to Little Rock. Is it Little Rock, Arkansas? Maybe that's where, is that where I'm going? Anyways, we're bringing some cash overnight. That's good to know. Where are we going actually? Hot Springs, Arkansas. That's where we are headed to. Can I get the certain things I want on the screen, please? Thank you. That's what we need. Let's fire up the old truck. Take off the parking brake. I think we are good to go. We are at a way station, but let's just rock and roll out of here. Got a load of cars that are behind us. Yeah, we had to pull into the way station last night, which was perfect timing because, well, our clock was running out, so it all worked out rather well for us. Now I need to scoot around here because we've already stopped to wait ourselves. We're around the corner and we are good to go. It says speed limit is 75, so why not just go ahead and do 75 miles an hour through the way station, because that's what you would do. Let's boogie on out of here. Gently, because it looks like we got a lot of traffic coming. I'm going to wait my turn this morning because I don't want to damage the truck, because we are going to stop in Indianapolis at that truck dealership. Am I going to get an opening anywhere here? Anyone? Anywhere? Hello? Bueller? Bueller? Yeah, so we're going to stop at Indianapolis because there's a truck dealership there. The map says it's a Kenny dealership. And I'm never going to get out of here if I just sit here and wait. So I don't think I'm going to have to start nosing my way out of here. And, yeah, we're going to go ahead and trade in this Volvo truck for a Kenny, hopefully. I hate to do this to you guy back there, whoever you are, but I could be waiting here all day long trying to get on out. Because we're not going to get to Hot Springs, Arkansas today, no matter what we do, because it's 870 miles to go. It doesn't need to be there until Sunday anyways. So hopefully we'll dig into enough miles so maybe we got like 200 miles to go by the end of the day. But Indianapolis on I-70, that's where we're beginning off and stopping at the dealership. Like I said, the map says it's a Kenny dealership, which is fine. As long as it's not a Volvo dealership, anything else, we'll trade in the Volvo and hopefully be able to purchase a truck that fits our needs. So we do have $73,000 in the bank account. Our truck is probably worth $90,000 at this point. So yeah, what are we gonna be able to buy for a truck? Who knows? I need to stay in my lane. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to buy everything we want on the truck, but hopefully it's gonna be enough for what we need. Like I said many times over, the chassis, the cab, the engine, transmission, those are the main things that we're looking at. That is what we're looking at for buying our truck. Accessories afterwards, we can add them on later on because we're going to be riding in this truck for quite a while. Actually, a long time, because it's been many episodes since we bought this truck and we're only up to $73,000 in the bank account. Yeah. And we're going to need like $225,000 before we can buy a garage, buy a truck, hire another driver, and start doing that whole thing over. So the question may be is, well, when do you expect to be able to buy another truck? Well, after we buy another garage and hire 3 more drivers, then maybe we'll start saving up to be able to trade in our truck and get another one. That's going to be a while, quite a while. We'll have to see how it goes. I may change my mind, but right now, yep. Today we're going to Indianapolis and purchase ourselves a truck, trade in a truck, I should say. But either way, take a look at this Volvo because it's probably 95% sure the last day we're going to see it. So what we'll have to do, obviously, is unhook our trailer at the dealership and then drive our truck in and be able to trade it on in. It's been a long time since I really traded in a vehicle, so it should be interesting on how I do it. Hopefully I remember how to do it. I think it's pretty simple. I mean, we kind of looked at it a couple times already, but we shall see when we get there. Yeah, last we checked, this truck was worth about $95,000 when we put a few miles on it. This truck doesn't have any miles on it at all if I lean in. Yeah, but just a little over 15,500 miles on the truck, so not many. Not many miles at all. I wonder if the clock is going to continue to roll once I'm in the dealership, or does time kind of like come to a standstill? I have no idea. This is why we're not stopping for fuel either. By the way, I was going to stop for fuel, but we should be able to get to where we want hopefully on the fuel that we have. I don't want to fuel up the truck and pay for diesel fuel, then get to the dealership and give them the truck, because then I'm just giving them cash. Don't want to do that at all. The good thing is, you know, I haven't got the red light on the fuel tank yet, so should be able to go many more miles, I think. I say many more miles. I should be able to tell. I don't know if I'm on the right screen for this truck, but if I lean in, can I see 417 miles I can go on this tank, give or take a few miles here or there. I don't know how many miles it is to Indianapolis, but we're already in Columbus, Ohio. That was the exit for there. So I think I don't really have a set plan of what, you know, I'm assuming it's a Kenny dealership because the map says it is, even though I haven't discovered it yet. I'm not really sure what Kenny I want to go with yet. The old style or new style. Before we were looking at the old style, but you know, depending on what my taste is for today, we'll see when we get there. Meanwhile, as for deliveries, we got one delivery last night, as you saw when we slept for the night, and if I remember correctly, at the end of the last episode, a lot of our drivers have long hauls ahead of them, so I do not expect any cash flow to come in today, or maybe not even tomorrow. It's borderline even tomorrow. So what we have to do to be sure, I got to make sure I save at least $6,000 in our bank account, because we got loan payments to make. Yes, sir, we do have loan payments to make. So $3,000 per day is what we need. Better make sure I got enough cash for a couple days. So it might be borderline of what we might be able to buy when we get down here to Indianapolis. So just cruising along here on the I-70, not much to see here, as we can see, kind of barren side road views here, but it is what it is. But we're headed down, like I said, towards Arkansas, so we'll see when we get down there. I think it'll be a little bit more done over. Then we're going to be heading over towards the West Coast and start traveling around there a little bit more. I'm thinking about maybe headed on down through New Mexico, and of course then maybe through Arizona and Southern California again, and kind of loop our way up towards Washington, Oregon. I know a couple people have said it's Oregon, not Oregon. I guess it depends on what part of the country you're from, what way you hear it. I live way on the East Coast, so we don't hear many people say it, and that's the way we've always heard it over here, so yeah. Gotta change out these Coca-Cola trailers for Pepsi trailers. What's the deal here? Just keep my eye on the GPS, because I really don't know how far it is to Indy at this point. But it can't be too far, at least I don't think. I think when I marked it before I started recording, I think it said it was like 5 hours to get there. So another 3 hours to go, give or take. 79 miles an hour we are cruising at. Speed is 75 through here, so that just means we get to chew through the miles pretty darn good. What are we getting paid for this delivery here? $4,500, okay. So I won't be getting that until tomorrow. So I guess I could leave about maybe $4,000 in our bank account. Will be good. It's not the end of the world if we overdraw in our bank account, because I do believe the bank will give you a couple days to get your bank account above zero before you have to file bankruptcy, which I've never done, and I don't know if that's even... I'm trying to remember if I ever even been... I remember doing it ETS2 when I first started way back when. But I don't know if you can... if you go bankrupt, what actually happens? Does the game just like actually come to an end? I have no idea. So now we are in Indiana. I wonder if we're going to be passing Griffin, Indiana anytime soon. Well, if we do, we'll wave at our farm on the way through. I got rid of my entire minimal advisory screen, which I don't want to do. There we go. That's better. And with some foliage coming up, my guess is we might be coming up on the Indianapolis area, so I might want to get my butt over into the right lane. But I thought quickly when I marked Indianapolis on my GPS before I started recording that it said 5 hours, but I don't want to really go by that. Indy and St. Louis. Yes, I know it's St. Louis. Give me a break. Speed limit is only 65 through here. Yeah, 79 might give me a speeding ticket. And that is a cop car in front of us, but yeah, like I said, some of the AI cop cars are not actually cop cars in a sense where they give you tickets and whatnot, so. Won't worry about it too much. Although I don't want to pay a fine of $500 cash, because that could be the difference of me getting an option on the truck or not once we get there today. I do see an overpass. No, it's not an overpass. It's a... Nope, it's not an overpass. I thought there were bridges on either side there. I'm like, interesting. It's just rest areas, fuel stations, and whatnots. And I remember the early days of Coast to Coast, there weren't many rest areas in some areas. It was hard to find gas stations once in a while. Yeah, I did not want to venture on the Coast to Coast map in the early days with a small fuel cell tank on your chassis, because you wouldn't get too far. Indianapolis needs to be in the right-hand lane, so I need to get my butt over. Sneak in front of that cop. Ease her on down here. Any traffic coming? No, we are good. As good as can be. And welcome to Indianapolis. Speed limit is 65 through here, kind of interesting. We're just going to be making a loop around, just got to find the dealership. And on the map, it didn't really show too well where the entryway is, so... We'll go around this way. And we should be able to find it, I think, somehow. It's probably going to feel a little weird at first. And it is a Kenny dealership because the sign says so out front. Haven't discovered it yet, apparently. There we go. So we're going to come over to here in the parking area. And what we're going to do is going to decouple from our trailer. Alright. Not the best parking job for the trailer, but it's only going to be for a little while. Kingpin kind of hit on the way out. Because I do need my truck when you're trading it in. You just stop right here in this nice little square. Alright, park and brake, turn off. And let's enter the dealership. Let's see if we can make this happen. My trade-in value is still at $95,000, so that's pretty darn good. I mean, we can customize once we get in there. I'm just trying to figure, do I want to go old style or new style? Let's start with this one right here. Let's go to custom configuration here. So, sleeper cab for sure. Can't get there until we get to level 20. Okay, 300 gallon. That's quite an upgrade. 6.2 mid-lift. I never, you know, As for ATS goes, we're probably just not going to go with the mid-lift. Tire wear is not that big of an issue for me, so 300-gallon fuel cell, that's not too bad. So we're up to 144,000 already. Oh yeah, the engine. We definitely got to upgrade our engine. Ooh, so we're only going to go up to a 550 horse, huh? Let's see. So the stats are pretty much the same, and the money's the same. It doesn't matter if we go with a Cummins or a Caterpillar. We'll stick the Cummins in there, I guess. It doesn't really matter too much. Oh, no, wait. I can put the 600. What am I doing here? 600 horsepower. Well, I don't know why I was looking. Yeah, 600 horsepower. So we're up to 153,000. All right, so the transmission. There's a 10-speed. 13-speed is okay. Do I want to go with the 10-speed retarder? Hill Traverse. The hills are better. It's better on normal. It's better for heavy cargo. Maneuverability goes down, but it's better on hills and a little bit less on uneven terrain. We're going to go with a 10-speed. I don't think they have a 12-speed in the Kennys, but we're going to go with a 10-speed. That made me take a second to get used to. So what are we up to here? 154,000. That is kind of not bad. I'm liking that price quite a bit. For the interior, I'm sorry, I don't like the wood grain at all. Paint scheme. What do we got for specialty paint schemes here? Like, oh, that's expensive. 27,000 for. I mean, yeah, okay. And like I said, I may go ahead and get my own paint scheme on here as it is. I mean, there's some good paint schemes on here, but you know, realistic economy, we got to deal with the cash flow here. Custom metallic, no. What is this one? Metallic cyan. Let's try to keep it kind of on the cheap side here. So we were kind of on the green side. Do I want to stay with the wine? Let's see. We were actually on the crimson red. You know what? We'll keep it. Red's not like one of my favorite colors, but since I don't use red that often, let's go with red just to start with. How about that? Interior. This is exterior. Exterior here. We got that. Chrome turbo wing. I'll tell you what. Well, let's not. I'm not going to fiddle with accessories too much today. I think what I want to do is I want to be able to buy the truck, trade in, and see what I got left for cash. That's what I would like to do here. And like I said, we'll fiddle with all the extras later on. Although the one thing I probably would want, no, not that. Is it this one here? No. All right, so let's go on the inside because obviously we got to have the one thing. Can't leave Cindy behind, right? So I thought about maybe not bringing Cindy along with us, but she'll have to come along with us, I guess. She's fine. We got two different kind of Cindys, that Cindy and that Cindy, and that's we're going to go over there. As for all the stuff on the dash, like I said, today we're just going to go ahead and buy the truck, and we'll deal with all the accessories another time, another place. Do I want to confirm what we have here? Can I put... Do I want my tote bag back there? Yeah, we can throw that in there for now. And, nope, turn the camera this way. Nope, not that. There we go. We got to have something hanging in the window, right? A lot of things I could hang in the window. Just not sure what we want to hang in the window. As I sit here and scroll. This is why I got to do the accessories like off camera. I think what I'll have to do is one day just go in and do accessories. It takes a while to go through all the stuff that you have here. Planet Earth? I have no idea. Let's go with this guy because I've never done that before. All right, let's go ahead and confirm that. All right, so trade-in value is $95,383. I'm going to pay $60,207. Let's go ahead and trade this in. We are sorry, but it takes a while to process a new purchase, and we don't want to hold you up while you're working. Please come back later if you wish to exchange your truck. Excuse me? But it takes a while to process a new I don't remember, like I said, it's been a long time since I traded in a truck, so we're sorry, but it takes a while to process new purchase, and we don't want to hold you up while you're working. Please come back later if you wish to exchange your truck. All right then, so I don't think we're getting a truck today. So can you not trade in your truck while you're on a job? I mean, do I want to leave the dealership? I guess I don't have a choice. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there don't know that either. Because how often do we trade in trucks, right? So it looks like I came all the way here for nothing at this point. So where we stand now is it looks like we're gonna have to get, purchase a truck when we get somewhere after we deliver. Yep, went in a little bit too hard there. All right, let's reline that back up. A little frustration's kicking in. I was getting all excited to drive a Kenny. Oh, no, that's too... There we go. I probably shouldn't have parked it where you can sleep as well. So that was probably my bad there. Alright, so the next thing I gotta do is... Oh, I see a fuel station. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and get some fuel now. I'm attached now. Alright, so... I'm gonna admit, I'm a little flustered. Yeah. Because none of you mentioned, at least haven't mentioned yet, that you can't trade in a truck while you're on the job. But then again, like I said, I don't know how many people have actually tried to do that anyways. Now let's go up here to get some fuel. We are behind a street sweeper, so that's going to really slow down process. Now I just want to get in the road and get going. That's all I want to do. So, yeah, looked like we were going to buy a Kenny. And now we don't know what we're going to be buying, because next time when we are somewhere, who knows what dealership's going to be there. What we do know is Hot Springs, Arkansas does not have a dealership at all. So we won't be getting one there either, unless I bobtail it somewhere. Meaning I go somewhere without a load and go somewhere that does have a dealership. Well, that was kind of interesting. It just wasted about 5-10 minutes. But the good news is, as we do know, if we stop with a Kenny, to buy a Kenny somewhere, we can afford it. But by the time we get to wherever it is at this point, who knows when and where, we should be able to afford pretty much anything at that point. Watching the trailer behind me, make sure we don't hit the gas pumps. Yeah, I'm still reading that that script in my head. That takes a while to purchase a new vehicle. Please come back at a later time. Yeah. I guess I never really noticed when you buy a truck, does time actually pass like it's acting like you're there signing papers and doing all the paperwork and all that crap? I have no idea. I am just kind of really flustered now. I was all excited for this episode. I'm like, can't wait. 10-15 minutes in the episode, we're going to get ourselves a new truck. And here we are. So I do apologize for that. But, if you didn't know, now you learn by watching me. Don't try to train your truck while you're on the job, apparently. I did see there was a question mark down the road, probably a recruitment agency. But at this point, yeah, we're just going to get in the road and get going. That's all we're going to do. I want to leave Indianapolis behind me at this point. Alright, so I thought the whole episode we're going to be talking about, hey, look at our new truck. Let's look at this. Let's look at that. And Cindy, I blame you. You should have called ahead and done this last night when we were playing cards. You should have called the Kenny dealership saying, hey, we're coming in tomorrow. We're going to need to be trading in a truck. Well, we got on the road back kind of quickly. I am seriously flustered. I was excited to, I was picturing doing a thumbnail, all this kind of stuff, and yep, here we are. Now I can't. Why is traffic not moving here? That light was this green a second ago. Wait. What? Why is that light green? Nope. Car. Mustang. All right. Why are these stoplights like this? I don't know if the light was green for me or not. I would assume it was, but can I get out of Indianapolis, please? That's what we're going to do. If I get a ticket for going through this red light, which that should be a turning light for that lane over there. But we know how we can see how my day is going to go. We can see how the day is going to go. Now I need to get back into that lane over there because we need to head westbound on I-70. Well, the one thing that will kind of happen is, by not getting the truck today, I suppose, we can look at it this way, is by the time I get to somewhere else, I should level up, which will give us more options to possibly get better upgrades for here or there or whatever. That's the way I'm going to look at it. I'm trying to look at the positive side, people. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm really trying to do. All right, let's get back on the interstate and chew in some miles here. There's still a slim chance that we purchase another. No, I can't. I'm trying to think. We could be stopping somewhere today where there's a truck dealership, but yeah, it's not going to let me because I have a job. Apparently, I'm on the job, so it's not going to let me trade in the truck. Alrighty. 65, so we're going to go ahead and do about 70 or so miles per hour. Wasted a little bit of time at a dealership, and yeah. Let's see if I stop at that Kenny dealership again. They should just let me just like drive out the door with it. Like, yeah, we'll handle the paperwork. Don't worry about it. Just get on the road and go. Alrighty then. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock in the morning. So I got about 7 hours left to go on the clock. So we're going to wait until about, like we always do, between 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon before Cindy gets out her GPS map and tries to figure out where we're going to rest up today, because we're not going to make Hot Springs, Arkansas today. I think what town we're going to. But we're on our way to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Got a full tank of fuel now. See, everything's throwing me off. We didn't fuel up at the end of last episode because we stopped. We didn't have nowhere to fuel up. Then I thought, okay, we're trading the truck, and now I'm fueling up halfway through the morning. My whole daily routine is just, well, it's out that window right there, and it's going to get run over by the vehicles behind me. That's the way I feel right now. That's all I did last night, was dream about driving into Kenny. Now who knows? Who only knows what's going to happen next? Like I said, it's been a long time that I traded in the vehicle, and I'm trying to remember if I even did it ever in ATS. Even when ATS first came out, I probably bought a truck. I think I bought a Volvo truck. Was my first truck. So in case you're kind of new to the series, I've talked about my original profile before. I don't remember what level I am at this point. It's been a long time since I've been on that profile. I went like level 70 or so. And of course, when the game first came out, I played a lot of hours. My first garage was located in Vegas because we only had California and Nevada, and why not pick Vegas, right? And after playing for a while, driving through Vegas in the early days was frustrating because it was like 25, 30 miles an hour everywhere in Vegas. So it was getting kind of frustrating after a while, but I already had my garage set. And of course, the first truck I bought was a Volvo because I remember doing Volvo trucks in ETS2. So I bought a Volvo truck, and that's all I did after that was slowly upgrade it as I leveled up. I didn't trade in that Volvo truck. I just wanted to have one truck and put as many miles, see how many miles I was driving the ATS by just driving one truck all the time, which never panned out because eventually I went ahead and downloaded the mod for Aerodeath's Volvo. So I traded in that truck. Did I trade in the truck? I must have traded. No, I probably gave that truck to another driver. Be my guess. Well, either way, I don't remember. So as for trading in a truck, you know, it's been ages since I've had to trade in a truck. And now I remember for about 6 months that you cannot trade in a truck while you're on a delivery. Not sure why. And why do they even care if it takes hours to process paperwork for you to buy a new truck and get back on the road? Can you tell I'm a little bit frustrated with that? Just a little bit. Because we've been talking so long about trading in a truck, and it was finally going to happen. Oh well. The good news is the way it looked, as the way it was, we were going to have about maybe $10,000 left in our bank account, which was good. Yes, we didn't get all the options that we didn't look into them too much, but I don't think it would, well, I shouldn't say that. When it comes to options, maybe I would have spent maybe 10 grand more on options. But like I said, I don't want to buy all the options right off when we buy the truck because we're going to be in that truck for a while. So I just want to add a few options here or there as we drive along, just to make it look different on the inside of the cab. So there is our loan payment for the day. Speed limit is 70. I think we crossed the state line. I didn't notice it because the speed limit has been increased. So we're going to jump it up a little bit ourselves. And I always want to get back over the right lane because I have not had much luck in the left lane in a couple of areas where we hit invisible walls. Interesting little truck stop over there. Has repair service as well. Yeah, so as I was saying before, not expecting much money to come in today from other drivers because they're all on long hauls. So in about a couple days time we should see a lot of money rolling on in. And it looks like we're heading southbound now. Anyone coming off the off-ramp? Nope. I don't need to take it that wide because I only got a car trailer behind me. So those trailers aren't long at all. I'm so used to cutting it wide on those roundabouts. You gotta love some of the regular car traffic. You know, they gotta cut right in front of the truck. He could have waited until I got on and got in behind me. Alright, now southbound we go. And of course, the further south we go, which is better for us because we'll get more... That's where most of the coast-to-coast map is done over as the southern parts of the country. So it won't be as barren looking off on the side of the road. At least we got trees already, so that's a start. Right, I will get into the middle lane though, not the far left lane. Alright, so yeah. Thought I was gonna have my conversation all set for this episode, but like I said, yeah, we're still in the Volvo. Nothing wrong with it though. I do like my Volvo trucks. But yeah, a little excited to get into another truck at this point. Just have to wait. So maybe what I'll try to do once we get to Hot Springs, it'll be next episode. We're not going to get there today for sure. But in next episode, what we'll try to do is maybe take a short hop somewhere. Really try to look for an area that has a truck dealership. Of course, the way my luck is going, it'll show that there's a truck dealership there that I haven't discovered. We'll get there and it'll be a Volvo truck dealership. I think we're still missing the Freightliner dealership. That's about the one we're missing, right? Don't think we still haven't found one. I know people have been telling me you can find one here, find one there. And I'm kind of the point of, I'm not going to drive out of my way to try to find one or go there because there is one there. If we happen to get a load going that way and we happen to find it, fine. I'm not in a dire need to find a Freightliner dealership. We got the choice of all the others right now to buy more trucks, but we're a long ways away from buying more trucks for other drivers because I got to buy a garage first. There's this cruising along here, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Back to nothing to look at on the side of the road. Concrete roads. Don't see much of them where I am because when winter comes, we like to pour our salt down to keep the roads from icing over. And salt and concrete do not mix too well. So I would say this is a concrete interstate. Do I dare to ride in the far left lane? That's usually the dangerous spot to be riding in. But I don't believe we'll be getting off this interstate anytime soon. Yeah, so if I were to drive straight on through, I would be getting there at 9 o'clock this evening, but our clock ends at 5 o'clock. So we drive from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's our 11 hours. And so if you're new to what we're doing here in Realistic Economy, we're also trying to keep our hours correct as well. And in the U.S., from what I've been told from many truck drivers, you get an 11-hour clock for the day. Now I realize I'm not taking my... I think there's a mandatory half-hour, at least there's a break in there somewhere I think you're supposed to take. Get out, stretch your legs, and we are getting off at this exit. That's about the one thing we don't do. So, yeah, ATS will allow you to drive 14 hours in a day before your sleep meter gets up there. But we just drive the 11 hours. Give or take a little time here and there, depending on where the rest stops are. But I think for the most part, through all these episodes, it's hard to believe we're up in the episodes 40-something already. But for the most part, we've been not driving too much past our 11-hour clock, or just arriving somewhere right on the 11 hours, so it's worked out rather well. And like last episode, I think we got done at maybe 4:30, so a half hour earlier than expected. So we've been kind of keeping true to it. No teleporting from one city to another. Now I kind of had a brain fart when I first started the series. I said no teleporting. I was driving for other drivers. I was forgetting that when I was driving for other drivers, I needed to find rides from where I ended and then drive somewhere. And I think the first couple episodes I was kind of teleporting by not teleporting, if that makes any sense. But ever since then, I'm like, wait a minute, I can't do that. I said no teleporting. And so we kind of fixed that right away. I think for the most part we fixed it anyways. But now that we got our own truck and we're driving our own truck, yeah, teleporting we don't really do. The only time I do teleport is every time I load in a new map or delete a map from the mods. Of course, it resets me back to Salt Lake City because that's our That's our garage. That's what we're based out of. So I teleport back to wherever we were and go from there. But I must say, I'm still a little disappointed. Last episode, meaning we were in Boston, then we drove to Hartford, Connecticut. And between those two cities, I think we had a total choice. I think Boston had a choice of like maybe, how many loads are on a page? Like 6 loads, 5 or 6 loads per page. And both cities were under, you know, the second page wasn't even a full page. So under 10 loads per city. So not many choices that I had. Because we were trying to get to a dealership somewhere, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point because now we just found out. Well, no, because I would have, the goal was to drive to a city that had a dealership, so I wouldn't have had a job at hand. Little Rock. Okay, so we're starting to see the signs that say Little Rock on them. No, I like to stay in the outside lane. Alright, don't need to cut it as wide, because like I said, I just got a car. We're hauling cars, so that trailer behind me is not long at all, so it's not going to cut into that lane too much. Oh, so what I need to do here, let me set cruise control just for a second. I'll wait until I get up to speed. I just realized it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I have not picked out my rest area yet. Alright, we're going to call that good enough. Let's see what we got here. So, I got about 2 hours left on my clock. How far is that? That's an hour and a half. There is a Volvo dealership there. So that's not going to work. And then the next rest area is not for a long way. So, looks like we'll be stopping here for the day. Like I said, it's the next checkpoint, an hour and a half. It's only 72 miles, though. But I really don't have many other choices for a rest area after that for a long way. There's one over here, but that's on the other side of the interstate, so that's not going to work. And then it won't be until I get down to here. See, how far is... That's kind of a funky thing. I wouldn't want to do that. Hang on a second. If I do that... So then it says next checkpoint in 3.5 hours. Why would I have to do all that? Okay, if I just want to checkpoint that. That's 3.5 hours, so that's definitely not going to work. No, I want to... Nope. I got too many checkpoints here. Stop it. Oh, man. What a mess. And I can't get back onto this one here. Why is that one being... There we go. Alright, so we're going to have to stop here. So it might be a short day, and at this point, I'm all set with a short day, the way today has gone. So I'll probably actually get there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is fine. Oddly enough, there's a dealership there. I'm not going to bother trying. One, because we've already been through that, and two, it's a Volvo dealership, so we're not trading in a Volvo for a Volvo. But when we get there, we will have a quick look at the map and have another quick look at Hot Springs, Arkansas, just to see if there's a dealership there. But I think we already looked once and there wasn't one. We shall see. So, yeah, looks like by the time we get to our rest area today, looks like it's going to be just under 200 miles to Hot Springs when we start our next journey tomorrow morning. And then we'll see where we go from there. Like I said, we're definitely heading westbound. That's for darn sure. I do want to get kind of close to the, I want to get out the coast-to-coast map and get more towards the Wyoming area, just in case. Like I said, I haven't heard any news on the Wyoming DLC when that's coming out, but I would assume it's going to be, I would think sometime soon. Because they announced that a while ago. Usually they announce it, and within 3 months, usually is when the map comes out. Hey, we actually got a delivery coming in. All right. Bring in the cash, people. Bring in the cash. Seems like it's getting a little cloudy out. It's actually going to rain. Is this my rest area? No, this is Interstate 55. Saw a little blue mark coming up, and I was wondering if that was my exit, but my exit's got to be coming up pretty darn soon. But we really haven't driven in the rain that much since the beginning of the series. In the beginning of the series, we were getting rainy days quite often. Now they're very far in between. Green light on that, which is good. That trucker looks like he's got to pull over. We are in Arkansas now. Hello, Arkansas. How are you doing today? And yeah, it looks like we're going to be under 200 miles to go when we start the next morning, and I think our rest area is coming on up. I think we're going to be right on down there, right? So not too bad. We're going to get done this a little bit early today. Sometimes that's the way it's going to work out. Can't find a rest area for another. It would have been like another, what, 2.5 hours to our rest area, so that wouldn't have worked out for us at all. Let's pull in here. This is a Hartz. Where do I gas up though? That's the question. That is the question. Yeah, this is for passenger cars. Is this an invisible wall? I'm going to drive through here anyways. That looks like I can do that. So not much expense on the fuel because we fueled up around 10 o'clock in the morning, so it shouldn't be too expensive. And you know what would have been a real kick in the groin today is if I didn't actually hook up the trailer when I left that Kenny dealership and I drove all the way down here without a trailer. I would have had to drive all the way back to Indy to get it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and park over here. I think I'll actually back into one of these spots. Nice and easy here. There we go. Park and brake, turn off the engine. Ooh, I almost hit the rest button. Don't want to do that. Do not want to do that. There's our Kenny. Our brand new Kenny. Yeah, well, another day, another time. Who the heck knows? All right, so let's do what we always do. First, we'll look at the world map so you can kind of see roughly where we are here on the coast-to-coast map in case you're unfamiliar with the USA map or where Arkansas is. There's Arkansas right on down here. So you can see on the coast-to-coast map where most of it's kind of done over. There's Colorado, which is part of the DLC for SCS. You got yourself Oklahoma here, and Texas, which is done over by coast-to-coast. You can see pretty much looks like Arkansas, Tennessee, over to North Carolina, and maybe parts of Maryland. I don't think Maryland's done. Maybe it is done over a little bit. Do I want to say... let's just say the Carolinas. This could be done over a little bit. Hard to say, but I think parts of Virginia might be touched on a little bit. But you can see where we've been before. Florida is done over nicely. And of course, we went through Texas. Parts of Texas, even though there's a lot of roads here, it is kind of barren, but maybe that's the way Texas looks. Anyways, we need to get to Hot Springs, right? So just double checking Hot Springs. This is where we're going. I do not see a dealership anywhere around there. So I'll have to find a load out of Hot Springs. I'm not going to sit there. I mean, there's a dealership. There's a Kenny dealership in Conway. But I mean, that's like saying, let's get to Hot Springs and take a trailer to Conway. We have to wait until we get to Hot Springs next episode and see what options we have. And see if I can find somewhere we can drop off a trailer and purchase a truck somewhere. I have no idea. So with that being said, now we kind of look at our driver manager. All right, so Harry P still has another 40 hours on his delivery before he gets there. So there's a 17 hours, so we'll bring some cash in. From there, 15 hours, that's 2 deliveries. 66 hours on his next job, and then 20. So it looks like we got 3 deliveries plus ours will be done tomorrow. That'll be kind of nice, for darn sure. Where is my progress history? Is that what I want to see? So we're level 17 on our way to level 18. I'm not sure we'll get there tomorrow because that's, well, that's only 1,700 experience. Okay, that might be a little bit too much. So I'm on 34,200 out of 35,900. I may not get to level 18. The reason why it's a little bit crucial, I will unlock some things when we do finally purchase the truck. Maybe I can unlock some things. Money-wise, we are doing fine. Profit per 7 days is going down because not many people are bringing in, completing deliveries. But as of tomorrow, this will probably skyrocket. Well, I want to say skyrocket. It's going to go up quite a bit. But anyways, we are in, I forgot what town we're in. We arrived. It began with a B. I have no idea. But here we are. Actually, it's 4:42, so pretty close to our clock time is what we were looking for anyways. But anywho, not quite the episode I was thinking it was going to be. And probably not the one you thought was going to be either, especially when we were buying a Kenny truck. And then it said, no, you can't buy one. No, it's going to take too long. Get out of here. So we did. But there'll be a time and place where we'll be able to buy a truck, I promise. And hopefully sometime soon. But anyways, that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you next time right here in American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. But until then, have a good one.